How's it going, guys? Luke from Fishman Tackle here. Today I thought I would make a video on the new Hearty Komodo, where it fits in our range, and the differences between the Komodo and all the other rods. So it's actually more of a full overview of the Hearty rock and surf rods that we offer. So starting off with the new Komodo. So the new Hearty Komodo, available in 3 models: a 13.6 3 to 5, 14-foot 4 to 6, and a 14-foot 6 5 to 7. It's a 24-28 ton carbon graphite mix. Really nice rod for juniors, for ladies, for people that are just getting into the hobby and the sport. You're not paying a lot for this rod. By Hearty standards, you're not paying a lot for this rod. You're getting all the backup service from Hearty and us, Fishman Tackle, that you would on any of the other products. So you get that peace of mind, but you're able to pick this up if you're on a budget. Weebu components on the rod, so Weebu guides throughout, Weebu winch, and a bionic finger comes standard on the rod. We've got a stainless steel on the base, and you'll see we stick with this through the entire range, and the main reason is this protects the rod a hell of a lot, and I don't think guys realize that. Not only that, but it also gives the rod a bit more of a weighted feel at the base, which feels better when you're casting, and that's just the truth of it. But this protects the rod really nicely from in the rod stand, in your rod bucket. They don't break. It's stainless steel, doesn't corrode. Really good. So definitely something that we'll be keeping going forward with all other rods that we decide to do. So yeah, really nice for guys that are fishing for edibles. And the heavier one, the 14-foot 6 5 to 7, you can throw a non-ed bait on it. I know for the Western Cape guys, they want to fish fark and flay, that sort of thing. Definitely something that it's definitely a rod that can do that. But if you want to throw smaller baits a lot further, definitely something to consider. So next up on the list we have the Hearty Tanoshi. Okay, 5 models available in this range: 12-foot 2 to 4, 13-foot 2 to 4 ounce, 14-foot 3 to 5 ounce, 14-foot 6 4 to 6 ounce, and 15-foot 5 to 7. So a really nice extensive range. These rods have been on the market for about 4 years, I want to say. This is one of our best selling Hearty products in terms of volume, and the main reason for that, again, affordability. Very good quality for what you're paying for. You're getting Weebu components, so Weebu winch and Weebu guides. You're getting a stainless steel butt piece and bionic finger. And they come in a really nice soft bag as well. These we marketed mainly towards, again, juniors and sort of hobbyists in the sport. But we found guys all the way up to sort of national level using these because of the bend and the way that they throw. And a lot of guys will pick these up in the shop and be like, it's a little bit soft. But don't underestimate the power of this thing. I've seen a lot of different species landed on this, including black rays and bronze whalers, and mainly the 14-foot 6 and the 15-foot. I know our guys in Namibia really put these through their paces, but all over, these are just really nice, and the guys that do use them really do love them. Definitely not a rod to sleep on, that's for sure. Also 24-28 ton carbon mix, a little bit slimmer, a little bit lighter than the Komodo. Obviously Komodo being just below this in the lineup, but definitely something to take a look at. This is a really good rod for what they are, and you get them on some ridiculous specials. The guys like to push these over sort of Christmas time and that sort of thing, just coming up for summer. Definitely something to take a look at. From there, we go to the rod range that started it all with Hearty in South Africa, and that is the Kyasuto. So Hearty Kyasuto, honestly, what more can I say about this rod? This rod came onto the market with such a bang. Released early 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Released early 2021. In my hand here I have the 14'6", the green mamba that it gets called affectionately from the anglers that use it. This rod has done extremely well for the Galjoen anglers, the non-edible, the edibles anglers, carb anglers, that sort of thing, guys that are just sort of testing to see. This is my personal one, so it's looking a little bit worn, but I've had this rod since first shipment, no issues whatsoever with this thing. To start off, Kyasutos are available in 6 different models. 13-foot 3 to 5 ounce, that's the orange one. 14'6", 4 to 6 ounce, 3 to 5 ounce, which is this green one. 15-foot 4 to 6 ounce, which is that Persian blue one that everybody wants. The 14'6", 5 to 7 ounce, which is the purple turtle. That thing, incredible. What that rod has caught is unbelievable. The quality, the way that those rods have held up over the time. It was one of the first gen rods that we released with Hearty rise, and it was our fastest seller for ages. It still continues to break record numbers every single year in the amount sold. Such a good quality rod. 15-foot 6 to 8 ounce, and the 15-foot 7 to 9. 15-foot 7 to 9 is an absolute beast. You pair that thing with a 20,000 size reel, 70-80 pound braid, whatever you're hooking, you're pulling, that thing will pull the plug out the ocean. These are built with the Hearty rise Net V2 technology. Okay, so it's just the way that they wrap the blank. The binding on the blank is done on a molecular level. So just it's the way that they're able to get the weight, the weight down, the diameter of the rod, just the overall stunningness of this rod. That's all down to that Net V2 technology. When we released these rods, these were the lightest rods on the market, and I'm not talking about the 14'6", 3 to 5. I'm talking about the 5 to 7 and the 7 to 9. Nothing could touch these rods. They were incredible. They still are incredible. Fuji components, Fuji winch, stainless steel at the base. Again, this is important. This rod is 6 years old. That stainless steel at the base there, still there, hasn't broken, scuffs a little bit, but nothing wrong. Bionic finger, Fuji reel seat, Fuji Fazlight guards. So I'd like to touch on the guards for a second, and the main reason for that is these guards, when they came out, they got a lot of stick because they were quite affordable. Now Fuji did a thing here. They made a guard that the general rod manufacturer can put on a lot of his rods without breaking the bank. Again, we did it so that we could put more money and more effort into the blank itself so that it could get into more people's hands in the affordability spectrum. Now, if in the sort of 5 years that these have been on the market, I can count on one hand how many rods I've had back with the guard issue. I can count probably on 2 hands how many rods I've had back, and that's just a testament to the quality of these rods. But guards issues have been minimal. Fuji Fazlight, honestly, value for money, the best guard you can get. It's incredible. They are super strong. They withstand, they don't corrode, they withstand a punch. And South African anglers and Namibian anglers, we put our rods through a lot, and these things have not failed. With the Kyasutos initially were launched in 2020, if I remember correctly. These rods were in testing from early 2018. We were working on these things. With all of the Hearty rise products, we have a lot of product testing that goes into it. I mean, the Komodos was a 2.5-year project. The Sakanas was almost a 4-year project. The Tanoshis were a 4-year project. the Kyasuto's 3-year project, and that often it's from everything from factory delays, us not liking something so minor we literally scrap a rod and start again. The amount of effort that goes into producing one of these rods, you know you're going to get something special. You're not going to get something half-baked or something we've just gone into a factory and gone, oh, I like that one, give us that and put our branding on it. No, that's not something that we do here. We develop, we think about things, we change things, we ask the question, why is it like this? How can we make it better? What does the market want? What does the market need? And what should we bring new to the market? And that's what I think sort of makes us different from other guys. And it's very exciting that we're able to work with people like Hearty to develop these rods. Because a lot of people, they think, oh, you know, Hearty it's a brand new thing. No, Hearty is not a brand new thing. It's been around since the 70s, and they've been making rods for decades. They know what they're doing. We went there, said, hey, you're making really nice rods. Help us make a rod for our market. And that's kind of where the partnership and everything came along. And yeah, so we carry on with this. From there, a lot of people don't know, we actually have a black version of the Kyasuto. So here he is here. So the 14.65-7, the 15-foot 6-8 and 15-foot 7-9 all came in a black edition. It was marginally more expensive than the others, but other than that, it's exactly the same rod, just not the colors. And obviously we had quite a few people who were not impressed and not wanting to fish with the purple rod, and that's perfectly fine, each to their own. And that's why we brought out the black one. Like I say, limited edition. There was only a set number of these made, and they won't be made again. Spares and that sort of thing, completely available. This base section I pulled out of the spares bin because I think I only have like 3 or 4 of these left. So spares and all of that, no issue. So if you see these in the shops, just know, you buy one, it's limited edition. You're going to be one of very few people that have them. Like I say, available in the 5-7, 6-8, and 7-9 Kyasuto was a black. From there, we look at Hearty's Sakana. Okay, I think when we brought these out, we shocked a lot of people because everyone was like, how do you get better than the Kyasuto? And then this guy came out. Amazing rod. Weight-wise, incredible. Super light, to beat the Kyasuto I think by almost 100 grams. Only available in 3 models. It was the 15-foot 5-7, 15-foot 6-8, and 15-foot 7-9. So only those 3 models. Fuji SRC components on it. So we went with the SRCs here. There's a sticker there. SRCs. A special edition Fuji winch. Also, that lovely gunmetal paint on it. Has a Hearty brag ring. Before anybody gets excited, we've been doing these Hearty brag rings for a number of years. They came out in 2019 when we put them on our popping rods. We put them on the Sakana in 2023. Yeah, really nice. Bionic finger as well. So Net V3 technology here, so a step up quite heavily from the Kyasuto, and that's how we were able to get the weight right down. Here again we also have a full glow in the dark decals. That's also available on all of the rods, by the way. You shine your headlamp nice and long on these, the whole thing glows, which is quite a cool little party trick. The Sakanas all came in the gunmetal grey color, and they were all available in the same sort of bag as the Kyasutos. So that this awesome bag here. Really, really nice bag. So yeah, there is quite a big difference between the blanks. With the Komodo, you're getting really good quality at a budget price point. Tanoshi is a slight step up from that, so you do feel it. It's slightly lighter, slightly crisper. Your Kyasuto is quite a big step up from the Tanoshi with the blank quality. And Net V2 carbon blank, should I say, with a better guard system and just overall much crisper, better throwing, better feeling rod. And then your Sakana obviously is a big step up from that. So there are quite nice big differences between the blanks. It's definitely something to take a look at if you are interested in these rods. There's most of the major retailers in South Africa now stock our products, which we are incredibly grateful for. So if you're trying to do something a little bit different, find a Hearty rise and pick it up and feel it, and you'll definitely feel the difference. And that's Hearty Rise's entire thing, is feel the difference. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say on that. If you've got any queries about the rods, you're welcome to email me. The little email thing will pop up somewhere here. Yeah, and thank you for all the support and shot for watching. Appreciate it.